Okay, what was the situation? So we're in the middle of the night. We've got food. Do I have extra food in my bag? I do. The water is topped off. All right, so we're fighting at night. That's a cinch. Cool. Excellent. Well, hopefully, after having 2 days away from the game, for RimWorld, I won't completely botch this. I know we're getting pretty close to due for our helicopter. I think we're earliest it can show up is 2 days from now, but not 100% on that. I hate when you keep waking up at night. Fighting at night is the worst. And I know I can just turn up the brightness and all that, but that is removing it as a concern. I'm sorry for banging my thumb against the mic. My hair is being unruly. Alright, so we got zombies moving straight at me, apparently. Migration. I'll get those 5 push-ups as soon as I'm not in a fight. Hey, long blunt, I have no idea what level skill level. I'm guessing 2, maybe 3. Okay, so you gotta be careful because there's a good chance there's zombies I'm not seeing going along the sides here. That could be a problem. How do you make coffee? In Project Zomboid, I believe you need a cup, you put water in it, and then you go to your cooking thing here, and it should be listed there. You might also be able to right-click on the cup or the coffee, I'm not sure which. Yep. Yeah, no, the whole fact that they have an entire skill dedicated to making you able to see better in the dark, it's like, alright, so like, this is a mechanic that's meant to be here. Unlike some games where it's like, there's dark. Well, how do I mitigate the dark? No, it's just dark. Okay, well, I'm going to turn up the brightness a little bit. Like I said, I've turned up the brightness. I mean, I didn't say it today, but in the past I said, I turn up the brightness for stream. I've got a filter on stream that makes it a little bit brighter. So at least you all can see what's happening, even if I can't. I have a feeling we're like go up this road, we're gonna fight a horde, it's gonna get bright enough that I can actually see, and then we're just gonna look around, there's gonna be zombies everywhere that we just walked right past. Yeah, coffee in this game is really good. It helps with happiness, it helps you be more awake, it gives you, I think, a small amount of calories, I can't remember. It's not a lot. It helps with thirst. It's good stuff. I almost never use it, and I really should. Yeah, in a death run, I would not be walking around out here, because I'd have to watch my back at all times. Could you aggress me? I'm like right here. Really don't want to like walk into you just to get you aggroed. Hey, no brain. Sorry. Hey, no brain required. Good evening to you as well. I'm gonna walk ourselves back towards the chair to recoup some stamina. Because fighting at night in the rain is a good way to accidentally get hordes on you that you just don't see off the side of the path and have to fight then. You mean surprise XP? Yeah. The surprisiest XP. I also don't want to sit down anywhere near the grass if I can't see. Hey, how's it going, Darth Strider? A lot of zombies moving around for some reason. I'm doing pretty good. Just getting stuff going. I'm expecting that pretty soon a bunch of my friends we've been doing multiplayer together are going to hop on, and we'll switch over to that when they do. Yep, I was just doing until our stamina recovered. Now I can do a hydrate. Go ahead and get rid of this loner real fast. Do I have a fancy watch yet? Yeah, I got a fancy watch. Alright, Josh Sandwich, you have a good lurk. And thank you so much for that lurk. I do appreciate it. I saw some zombies that look like they're moving south over here. Maybe over there. Oh no, they're right there. Oh, I found the Twitch integrated helicopters to be pretty useful, or pretty fun. I think when I'm doing like not challenge runs, I could definitely see turning it on. If you eat the coffee, yes. I don't know about drink the coffee. Like I said, it's one of those things I haven't used very often. I thought it was supposed to help with thirst if you made coffee like actual coffee versus just ate the grounds. Alright, so we're up to the point where the zombies are getting dense again, so we just gotta keep clearing. I have a pen, right? Yeah, I got a pen. I mean, that's not a bad call. There have definitely been plenty of times I've shoveled every vitamin I could find into my character's mouth because, like, it's not safe to sleep. Keep eating the vitamins. No sleep. Hey, Yo-Yo Up Arrow. And Rufate's asking if it has to be a mug used to make coffee. I think so, but I've not tried our things. Like I said, coffee's one of those things I'm like, oh, I should save this because it'll be very useful later, and then never use it. The classic, like, when you're playing an RPG and you go, oh, I got this really good potion, I'm just going to save it in case I need it later. And they didn't. Let's see. Darkstrider, I told my boss today that she would sooner have run me off before I quit on her. Okay. I did find a crowbar. Sadly, we're slowly wearing it out, but it is giving us a bunch of short blades in the meantime, which at least means I got something to work with when it breaks. But that's kind of the whole idea when you get a crowbar this run, is you just make the most of it to try and acquire other weapons. Getting close to 750 zombie kills. Yeah, now I definitely had situations like that at work. Yeah, the mod scene gets absolutely ridiculous at times. Like, in the best of ways, I should specify. Like, I do appreciate that the game has so many mods going for it. Because then if you do ever reach the point where you're like, okay, I'm kind of done, or, you know, there's just rough edges, stuff like that, the mods can step in and change the game. Like, I'm sure at some point I'd definitely like to do an inventory management, like, not make, but use an inventory management kind of mod. But so far I hear that the mod that does sorting is very, very computationally intensive, which really hurts performance. As I recall, I do have the book, right? Yeah, so I'm not wasting my time. But yeah, so we are continuing. This was a playthrough we were doing last week. where it is 16 times population. Respawns are turned off. We have multiple helicopters. And our goal is to just wipe out as many places as we can. I'm gonna back off a little, pick off this loner, and then start working on that group of... Actually, I changed my mind. We're gonna go find our chair and sit down, because we are about to be exerted. And while I've got a bunch of hunting knives, I prefer to save those hunting knives for when we actually need them. Either if we don't have other weapons, or I find a situation where I'm going to go and exert and can't avoid it. Switch over to hunting knives to give me more time. Just eat the whole salad. It doesn't look like it's getting us much mileage. Alright, that's the last of the pork chops, but I have an entire thing of bologna on us as well. Pretty soon we're going to be tapping into... I think we had a bunch of canned goods, but I think our food supply is starting to get low at the ice cream parlor. So there's a chance that... Well, that's not good. We're going to have to deal with that. I don't want them behind us. But there's a good chance we're going to have to like circle back, find some nearby farmhouses to loot for more food, and then continue the push after we've recovered. Alright, I'm back at it. Execute order 66. Do it. I guess I'm just gonna aggro the whole thing, because it's like, I don't want these trees behind me when I'm fighting. Yeah, we just got the whole group. That's fine. We'll just... preemptively pop down a beta blocker and get to work. Good soldiers follow orders. I mean, finding a katana. I will always prefer finding a katana over a machete. The machete is pretty baller, though. I would certainly not complain about a machete right now. I wouldn't do it justice, but it'd be nice to have a weapon I could kill a bunch of zombies with. And then I switched up the direction I was fighting them because they weren't lined up the way I wanted. So I rotated around them till they were the direction I wanted. Relative to me, like being lined up. Okay, and that's a horde gone. There's definitely that point where you go from like, oh, killing entire hordes is rough to, hey look, the horde died. And now the next one. Let's check the backyard, because I really don't remember exactly what the zombie population distribution situation was when we last left off. And I don't want to be alarmed to realize that we got a whole bunch of zombies behind us that I forgot about. They're just going to stroll in and cause all sorts of mayhem. Alright. You've never found them the entire time playing a game? Yeah, machetes are pretty rare. Katanas are way, way more rare, but machetes are pretty rare. What do you mean, you only showed up with 9 good zombies? That's not worth getting out my good weapons. Yep. There are times where it's like, I'll have 1 or 2 zombies and I'll have, like, the machete or the katana. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm just gonna go ahead and, grab my claw hammer. What'd we gain a point in? Fitness! Yeah, actually, fitness is doing a pretty good job at keeping up this round. So, okay, so we got long blunt 2 earlier. I figured it was 2. Yeah, like 1 zombie, I'm probably just gonna bust out the hunting knife because I have a good chance of one-shotting it. And that saves durability for everyone. Gotcha. Yeah, katanas are really rare. I think I mentioned it earlier that I'm coming up pretty close to 900 hours, and I think I found like 5 or 6 katanas in that entire time. And I think like 4 of those are in one playthrough. Alright, we gotta sit down and rest again, so I'm just gonna do that in here where it's safe. Actually, I think I'm gonna have a sleep early. Again, in hopes that I can reset our sleep schedule such that we're not waking up at night.